Okay, finally got the first video up. You saw the track come together. You saw how big it is, 10 foot. You saw me run the first laps around it. It was awesome, exciting. I found my grabber in my box of Scalextric cars. The plan for the GTE, which again I said is my favorite car, the black Ford GTE, is to get a Carson chip, C-A-R-S-O-N. That fits right in what they call the DBR slot. So that way I don't even have to solder. I can just pop it right in the door underneath the GTE. The Nighthawk, I'm going to have to look at. It doesn't have the door, but it might have the plug. If it has the plug, I don't want to carve holes in it or anything like that, but I'll figure it out. I'll use like a different chip where I could just plug it in, and I will have to drill a hole for the sensor, but that would be it. That's because I really don't want to drill holes in that car. Such a beautiful car, the MG Lola Nighthawk. Anyway, I have a bunch. I have like 8 DPR Scalextric cars, so I either got to chip them with the other chips. The reason I'm doing this video, it's an unboxing. I bought one of each type of chip. So this, I believe, is for the F1s. I have 2 F1 analog Scalextrics I need to convert. Remember the Coca-Cola car? And it's compadre. Or that's the F1, because you can see it's the smallest one. So I got one for the F1s, one for a regular car, like if I were to do the Nighthawk, and one with all these extra wires. You see more, there's a bunch of wires coming out. That's to put in a car that has lights. And again, lights are kind of the key to this whole thing, because of the fuel stop and the pit stop and charging the car, coating the car, everything. The lights play a role in indicating what's going on. So one of the boxes I came in, yes, I was a naughty boy and opened it. I was actually going to set it up with the track, but I set it up this way because I'm a moron. That's what I get for looking at the boxes, always looking at the boxes. But when you read the instructions, the way you actually set it up is the pit goes like this on the other side of the start line, and then you put the fuel in that lane in the middle. You see how the red, that's the red thing I was telling you about. That makes the connections better on a Carrera. So that goes inside there, that goes inside there, and then this lane is actually, it's not this piece that comes with the track. You see here again, I already was mocking it up before I put the track together. That does not go there. The top of the start-finish lane goes there. So you disconnect the straight, you disconnect that straight, and this goes around that finish, and then you go like that to connect to the straight down there. And really down there. So that's what the pit lane actually does. The start goes in the middle there, the one lane, and then yeah. Anyway, yeah, that's right. So, I put my little in my where I got the grabber was my Dunlop bridge, so that fits even though it's a wider track. The bridge, the Dunlop bridge, that was a gift from Jeffrey, same guy who gave me the GTE. So we got chips, we got pit row for fueling, which of course the basic set doesn't have. And then we got this here box, and I have not opened it yet. I told you I'd ordered some more stuff because I knew this was just a base set, and I knew I wanted some more cars than just 2. Okay, First of all, this is slotted racing tires. The slotted G25 compound is supposed to be as good as the NSR. And this is a 29K motor from Slotted. I got it as part of like a upgrade kit. They were sold out of the axle. I wanted to get the axle and the gears, and they didn't have it. So all I got was the tires and the 29K motor. What I was going to do was buy a cheapy car like they sell in China, 1/32 scale analog, and I was going to convert it with the chip, with this motor, with the slotted axle and pinion and crown gear, just to see how fast I could make a cheapo. It was like $15 or $20 or whatever they sell them for on Alibaba. I thought that would be cool. So again, they didn't have the axle and they didn't have the crown gear pinion combo. They had individual crown gears, but not the combo with the pinion. And then more chips. Again, the F1 chip. And then one of those with the lights. You can, whenever it has like 5 different groups of wires coming out of it, that's the one for the headlights. And the small one you can see is for the F1. So I've got 2 of those now for the 2 F1 cars I have, Formula 1. And then also we have I packed it tight. What I call a dongle, what they call a app connect. So you plug this into one of those ports there on the little digital base, and that lets you see the laps. It counts the laps. You enter all your cars through the control center automatically. It senses what Carrera digital cars. Again, that's another reason to go pure Carrera digital, is your race app. Mine is called Race Master. It was like a $15 download or something like that, $13, and then you pay something per year. I forget what it was. Again, Roland told me about it. So I have it on my phone, I have it on my tablet, and that's what I'm going to use in here is my tablet. And when I bought the Arc Pro Scalextrics, it actually came with a little stand, a little black plastic stand to hold your tablet. So I'm going to use that for my Carrera set. Okay, onward and upward. Let's see what we got here. Let me pause it to cut it open with scissors. Okay. Got the bubble wrap open. Take the tissue paper off. Oh my God. OMG. There's the Audi R8 LMS BWT Mookie MU with an umlaut. That's the little umlaut there. CKE Motorsports. Number 25. There you go. Where is she? Where is she? I don't think she's outside. She's either bedroom or kitchen. Let's say it's the bedroom. My God, nothing like a little girl on Christmas, even though it's not Christmas. It's beautiful. Yeah, and it's pink. You can watch your movie and we can race tomorrow. She happy. She got her little pink pink car. Ugh. Ugh. Yep, mat for the pool. If you have a pool, you gotta have a mat. Okay, so the pink car came. We'll run that tomorrow. Let's see what else came. Whew. Okay, see if I can get these out the old-fashioned way. My God, I had to literally rip this freaking box apart. Don't say they don't pack them good. This stuff was in a container inside a container inside a container. My God. Whew. Whew. Working up a sweat here. Okay. Jesus Christ. Wow. Okay. I would guess they get 0 complaints about damaged merchandise. Because, man, it was like those damn Russian dolls. And they were packed tight. And this was packed tight inside the bubble wraps. Anywho, you can kind of sort of see through the see-through underwear. And you can kind of sort of see what I said before about a racetrack is not a racetrack without a Ferrari. I am agree with you. Ooh, she's pretty. 296 GT3. Yeah. Yeah, buddy. Oh, the pink pig is a Porsche, but this pink pig is an Audi. By the way, I don't know if I said that. Yeah, no, I showed you the badge, so you know it's an Audi. This is the girl's car. And again, you can run up to 6 cars on 2 lanes. So that, when she doesn't feel like racing or whatever, like tonight, she'd rather watch her Time movie, which is a soap opera, than race cars. I can use that as a ghost car. And, who knows? I like this livery. This is a livery I bought. I bought this car obviously outside the set. And I like, it's red. And I kind of think the green and the white is cool. The Italian flag colors. Love Italy. Been there a couple times. It's a awesome country with great food, great people. So anywho, yeah, that might turn out to be, quote, my car. We'll see. We'll run some laps and I'll film it. And you can see out of the box with stock tires, what they all run. I was waiting for the App Connect, the dongle. Like I said, I already downloaded the software onto my my phone and my tablet. I really, really liked this. Stood out to me. It's not everybody's cup of tea. Roland didn't like it, but I really like the livery on the McLaren. Yeah, see, to me, that's cool as shit. It's almost like tiger stripes, but in red and black. Stands out from your basic liveries. I like that a lot better than the BMW livery or even the Merc. So, yes, please. And again, it's the GT3. Just cool looking car. McLarens are badass. To me, they're right up there with Porsche and Ferrari. They don't get the love that those other brands do, but they're right up there. And we were talking before about Carrera and the detail. You see the red painted spokes on the back wheel and the yellow painted spokes on the front wheel. That's the kind of detail you're talking about with a Carrera car, as opposed to Skeletrix. I don't have any experience with Polycar. That is also a track that Roland recommended to me. He said go with either Carrera or Polycar, but before I could source a Polycar set here in Thailand, Roland, who's a member of about 100 slot car Facebook groups, messaged me and said there's a guy in Thailand selling a brand new digital Carrera set. And again, it wasn't wireless, but that's fixable. And also with the analog, I was musing before about maybe doing a base, getting an Evolution base, but that's silly to take the track apart every time. They make boxes that you can plug into the digital CPU and let you run analog. And again, for me, that makes a lot of sense because I have over 30 cars that are analog. So instead of buying 30 chips, it makes sense to make the track be able to run both with a flip of a switch. That's what I'm going to do. So that's what we got. We got a McLaren, we got a Ferrari, we got an Audi. So now I got 5 cars. The next one will be a Porsche, of course. Porsche, however you say it. Meanwhile, Roland, the mad genius, is working on track for me, which again will probably have straights, including the crossover. Down that whole length, there'll be a curve here like there, and then a curve down there up. But instead of coming back around and in, it will come, back down this way and hook up with, lots of shenanigans in between. So that's the unboxing. We got the pit row, we got some chips, we got a slotted motor and tires, and soon I will get the axle to hop up a car, not one of these cars. These cars aren't getting touched except for maybe some urethane tires down the road. Otherwise, I'm not going to open these bad boys up. I'll oil them, I'll change the tires, but they're staying stock. Again, that's the whole idea of class racing, is they're all out of the box, pretty much stock. All right, that's it for today, kiddies. Just a quick unboxing and a quick update. Oh my God, somebody is so in love with Pinky that they stopped watching their Thai movie to come and run her around her inaugural laps on the track. Go Pinky, go. This is faster, out of the box, even though I don't have my lap thing set up yet, than the AMG, because she was running the AMG before and she never deslotted. I put this on the track and she deslotted twice. So even though she's a very cautious driver, this car is fast. Now she got the handle and she's keeping it on the track. See how much she slows down on that curve? Twice she wiped out on that curve, on the inside. So now she's getting the hang of letting up on the controller. But yeah, she got excited about her new car to where she's not watching her Thai movie. Very unusual. These cars are cool, I'm telling you. This track is cool, the cars are cool. It's just a fun hobby. What did Kirk Cousins say? Do you like that? Yeah, I do. I do like that. My God. Very smooth, very quick. Stock car with magnets. Holds the track really well. Just effortless laps. I just got the trigger down about halfway and it's taking this track like a champ. I'm going to have to slow the pink car down for her. Although she was learning to drive it toward the end. But yeah, this car is brutally fast. Yeah, oh yeah. See when I goosed it right there on the straight? Boom. You hear that? And you hear that and you see that. Oh yeah. Yeah, it gets down that straight. Whoa, yeah, there you go. You knew I'd do that sooner or later. You got to keep pushing that trigger down until you find the point where it does that. Yeah. Beautiful car. Nothing happened to it, thank God. Yes, they are, but they're so heavy because they're built tough to take it. And the guy I told you about who's doing the NASCAR stuff, he's in America right now. He went back to see family, take a trip. He's been here a year in Thailand, so it's time to go back and see family. And he's going to pick me up. I'm going to order some ball gauge urethane tires from Slack Car Corner, Steve up in Vermont, and I'm going to ship it to Michigan, where Jonathan's family lives, and he's going to pick up some tires for me. They apparently, I'll measure them with calipers before I make the order, but apparently they all share the same size tire, the GT3 cars. So if that's true, I'll just order 6 sets of ball gauge firm urethanes. I think it's 20 by 11. 5 is the part number. So again, I'll verify that before I order. And if it's true that all the GT cars have the same size rear tire, I'm going to get urethanes for all of them. I'll run the Scalextrics for a while. Nothing wrong with them. They run good. But apparently, over time, is when these have a problem and wind up getting flat spots or disintegrating. So that's why I'm going to go ahead and get the pull gauge urethane now. I can take off and put on one car like the Beamer and do before and after. By tomorrow, I'll have the dongle set up with my, I want to say laptop, with my tablet. So you can start to see lap times on the screen. Last but not least, the McLaren should be the fastest in them all. Right. Or do you think the Ferrari's faster? I actually seem about the same. This is going to be one of those where the laps are going to be close. Yeah, no, he's got speed to spare. He's got too much speed for this track, just like the Ferrari. Wow. A little bit faster. There you go. It's picking up now. Don't forget too, the motors haven't been broken in. And these are stock, untrued rubber Carrera tires. Oh man, yeah. These things are really quick. See, what happened before with my electric set is if it stopped like that, a car, it would never start up like that again. You could not do this on the electric track. If you stopped, you were dead. So to say I'm smiling ear to ear is an understatement. Let's try to blast down that straight again. Yeah, okay. That's it. And the brakes, look at the brakes. As soon as I get off, it stops dead, which is probably actually too much brake. Yeah. Ooh-wee. Yeah. The state of the track. My God. Look at that. It got sideways. Even with the magnet. Full throttle. Woo! God, these things are... Again, you gotta forgive me, but I'm used to HO. Well, used to. 50 years ago, HO. Which was way slower. You could absolutely hold an AFX plunger thing all the way down, and the cars would stay on the track. They just didn't have that much power. So these things are a whole new ball game. Takes some skill to drive and to keep on the track. And yeah, no problem for sure. Tomorrow I'll have the pit lane in where it's supposed to go, north of the start finish. And I'll also have the, the lights, that's right, I forgot about that. That might be cool. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Oh my God. It just keeps getting more and more awesome. That's just cool as hell. Oh my God, I'm having too much fun. I really am. I'm having way too much fun. Anyway, that's it. That's just a quick video to show you the unboxing, pit lane, the dongle, we call it that connect to to be able to use the it's a Trackmaster or Race Master, I forget, software, my tablet. I'll get that set up tomorrow. Got all the new cars. I'll set up a full race where I'll pick one of the cars, probably the Ferrari or the Maserati, again, because they're liveries that I picked. I like the AMG, but I'm not crazy about the blue livery. So that's like not my car. It's weird, but I think some of you know what I mean. Whereas I purposely picked the Ferrari and the, did I say Maserati? The McLaren. And I, of course I picked the Audi too because pink's her favorite color. So whatever. All right, that's it, guys. I hope you're all enjoying the hobby as much as I am. I definitely was not having fun with the Scalextrics used track in Thailand, especially the times that it didn't work after it had worked the day before. Here's what I know. I'll come back here tomorrow and this will work. All the cars will work and the track will work, and all I had to do is wipe it down with the rag, an old microfiber cloth you get like from Lazada, which is Amazon. You get like 10 of these for $1 or $2, whatever. And they're good for wiping down the wheels of the car and wiping down the track or dust bunnies. Cool beans. Speak to you all later.